Hello students, today we are going to discuss the topic exponents from class 9 mathematics using the technique of experiential learning. Now before we start with the topic, we need to be clear with what do we mean to say by exponents. Exponents are written in the form of a to the power m, where a is the base and m is the exponent of power. Then, now before we move further ahead, let us pick some few examples from the environment around us. Where and all do we come across the term exponents? So I have written some scenarios over here. The first one, size of the memory of computer. We use the word like 2 KB, 2 kilobytes. How do we write the 2 kilo? 2 to the power of 10. This is an exponent. Speed of light, that you use it generally in physics, is given as 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. 10 to the power 8 is again an exponent term. Mass of Earth 5.972 into 10 to the power 24 kg. This is again an exponent term. Similarly, like this, you have the growth of bacteria and exponential growth of population. Now, to further study this, let us take a story, and that story is going to tell us what is the strength or what is the power of exponent. So, now we are going to discuss a story. I think some of you must have heard about it. So, this is a story of a rice grain and a chess board. Once upon a time, they say that there was a very famous king who was very fond of playing chess. He had an interest of the visitors who used to visit that particular kingdom. He used to challenge them to play a game with him in chess. Now, before playing, to motivate them, he used to say that if you win the game, you will get whatever reward you wish. So there was a sage who visited that kingdom, and when the king asked him to play a game of chess, the sage accepted his challenge. The king, as usual, to motivate him, he asked him, what reward would you like to have? The sage said that, I want you to give me a grain. What in a particular order you have to follow. So now listen to this properly. As you must be knowing that chess board consists of how many? We have 8 rows and 8 rows and 8 columns. So now the sage said that he wants him to give rice in an order that on the first square he is supposed to place a single grain of rice. Then when he moves to the second one, the rice must double. Same thing will be followed. In the third, it will be 2 and 2 more. So that is going to be 4. Now I'll be just writing the number over here, and in the next he'll be putting 4 plus 4, that is going to be equal to 8, and so on. Now the king couldn't even imagine that what sage has asked. Let us try that, and then we are going to write the numbers, how many grains are going to come on a particular square, or let's suppose on the last square. Okay. Now let us try this. So for this, we have taken a chessboard and few grains of rice. Let's try. So the sage said on the first square the king is supposed to put 1 grain of rice. Then on the consecutive, the next one, he is supposed to double. Double means to say on the second it is going to become 2, and on the third square he is going to put 4, because 2 plus 2, 4. Okay. Now on the fourth one, he is going to put 4 and 4, that is going to become 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Is going to take a lot of time. Now what we saw that it is a really very tedious process. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to use mathematical part. So we'll write it again. What he said was, on the first square he placed 1 grain. On the second, he placed 1 plus 1, that was 2. On the third square, he placed 2 and 2, that was 4. And on the fourth square, he placed 4 plus 4, that was 8. Now, if we try to understand mathematically, what does it say is, this is 2 to the power of 0, this is your 2 to the power of 1, this one is 2 to the power of 2, and this is your 2 to the power of 3. Now, when the king followed this, and what did he see was, when he reached up to, when his men reached up to the step of 2 to 20th square, they had to place 1 followed with so many grains, near about, approximately they had to place so many grains onto that. Not just that, when they move further, on the 40th square, the amount of grains increased to 1 followed with so many grains, a huge amount, and so on further. On the 64th square, you cannot even think about it, the final count was 18. So many grains on the 64th, which was not really possible to place it. The amount of the pile of the rice would be nearly somewhat like the Everest. Or you can say that if this particular rice is being spread on the Indian territory, it is going to spread all over with the thickness of 1 meter. And not just that, we can compare this, if we take so many pieces of rice, this is going to feed near about 485 trillion people. So this is the strength of exponents. Is it clear? Thank you.